Mentor was a person in Greek mythology. Mentor had a buddy. You guys listening? Okay, thank you. Mentor had a buddy. His name was Odysseus. Has anybody ever heard of Odysseus? Yeah, the Odyssey, right? The Odyssey. And Odysseus, he said, I'm gonna go away for a little while. I'm gonna leave town for a little while because we're fighting these people, we're at war. So I'm gonna go. And he ended up being gone for 10 years. And he said, Mentor, my buddy, I have this son named Telemachus. I want you, while I'm gone, to do all of the things that I would do as a father for Telemachus. That's a big responsibility. As you move forward on your academic career, and you move forward on your career, and you think back, and you contemplate exactly what this community has given you. It's given you a private educational setting, right? Where you guys can learn. This is a question. You guys, this talk specifically to the students. You guys have an amazing environment where you guys can learn, right? There's a price. There's a saying, nothing is free. Has anybody ever heard that before? There's nothing free. And so part of that responsibility is, if this community takes care of you, like it does, I think, every single person here. It puts paychecks in our pockets. It feeds us at lunchtime. It puts programs. How many of you guys play basketball or other sports here? Cool. You guys do that because the community's taking care of you, right? Because somebody said, I want you to have a resource that other people don't have. If you go to Paulsbo, they have to pay for that same resource. You guys follow that? That's a question. You guys follow that? Yeah, they have to pay, like the parents have to conjure up some money. Oh, I'm gonna pay for this. That's not something you can take for granted. Times are rough, right? I might not be able to afford this. But here, the tribe, the school, the community is going to take care of it and make sure that you can do that. In fact, I believe like even the basketball program, I was very, very glad. Antonio, Sonic, he wears size 14 shoes, big feet. Yeah, those feet, that costs money. But part of that reciprocity, that giving of the community was they bought him shoes. They bought everybody on the basketball team shoes, right? That was incredible, wow. They don't have to do that. They do that literally no place else. That's responsibility, that's not free. That's not free. And so, I know oftentimes when people ask me to come speak or when other people come speak, they want to speak about the stuff that they've accomplished or the things that they've done. And that's cool. Like I've done some cool stuff, and if you guys want, we could talk about it on the side. But I've only done those things because I have a community standing behind me. And you guys have that sort of security blanket. Like the acrobat, anybody ever see acrobats when they're doing the flips? So I'm the man on the flying strip, all that? Like they do that, but they do that with no net underneath there, right? They don't have a net. That net that represents safety. You guys, fortunately, at this very, very impressionable, very important, very potent, it's a powerful age. This time right now between 15 to 21, believe it or not, this is heavy. This is really heavy. Think about this. And it's scary because I think back in hindsight and I get scared, and I know Sammy does too, and I know Andrew does too, and I know everybody who's lived through it right here on the Squamish Reservation gets scared. This time right now in your life, you're literally making almost every single decision that's going to affect the rest of your life. So the stuff that you do right now is you're still going to be either reaping the benefits or paying the consequences of it when you're 50, when you're 60. And so this is a very important time. And I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm saying that so you'll be thankful in understanding that there is that safety net there. That there is this community that supports you. When I say the community supports you, they support you with such things as this school. As that food that you eat every single day. As having teachers here. That all costs money. That all costs the time. That all costs resources. And that's somebody that said, I believe in you enough. And I love you enough. And I care for you enough that I'm willing to do that for you. And that should give you wings to do literally anything you want. Not be scared. to go, if you want to go, you know, take off to Hawaii, go to Hawaii, go to school over there, go learn how to snorkel, something. Because the community's gonna be here. We're gonna be good. We got people taking care of it and carrying on that tradition of mentorship. That's where we got it from. And then when you do come back here from Hawaii, Ohitika, come back from Hawaii snorkeling, you have a responsibility then. You have a responsibility, just like Andrew, just like Sammy, just like everybody here, all the mentors. You step into your place and say, I'm going to teach the next generation. And that's the way this community has done well for a long time. And it will continue to do well for a long time, so long as people acknowledge both the privilege of being here and the responsibility that comes with that. You guys follow that?